Hello, Mark Donegan, self-healing practitioner and educator, ordained minister, aka Goldilocks. Looks like my electronics might be working this time. Thankfully, wrecking it. Um, I should put qualifiers on that. I mean, I'm I'm not like I didn't go out and like hurt myself. I mean, wrecking it in the sense of pushing past boundaries. Um, so yeah, the lead into that is my surgery 6 weeks ago at L12, which they call a rotor job. Appears to have worked. It's helped across the stomach, but it's totally failed my lower back. Um, my lower back is totally what's the word? Declining. So I have already called and made the appointment for July to see UCSF to get a plan to reconstruct the lower spine because by that time I'm I'm going to be a real mess in 2 months. I mean, I'm not predicting that. I'm just going by what I've seen since surgery because I'm 6 weeks. So um, that that's the end time. You know, I should have gone back to work by now, and it's been piecing things out. The surgery didn't fail; it did work at the level it was supposed to work, but the lower levels are not going to do what we wanted and cooperate long enough for me to live with the rest of my life. So it's time to make that decision, and the time is now. So that's done. Besides, I can't go to work. Still on pain medication not on enough, a small amount still, and just not going to live this way. Um, so yeah. So when I went by wrecking it was today Saturday, market day. I didn't work. I already said that. So I'm not working. So I And that's what I meant by wrecking it. I almost got up, loaded my wagon with my pop-up tent, and went down there and decided to work because I wanted to work today. My brain said I was going to wanted to work. I wanted to work. I haven't worked in a long time, and it's like my brain was telling me just go do it. And I was like, dude, you do that and you will wreck yourself. You would, and I told a few people, I said, because they know how bad I want to do it. I said, I would have had a medical emergency down here if I had tried pushing harder than what I did today already. And so, anyways, that was what my brain wanted to do. And I had to do everything, talk myself out of it. And I did. But I still ended up carrying a bunch of shit down there. And I did make it the full day. It was like the universe granted me that. Though I woke up at midnight and just, I wasn't screaming when I woke up, but I was, I'm like screaming in pain. And like I had to get up at midnight. I couldn't stay in the pain any longer. I got up. I don't remember what I did. I did like a bath or something, and then I went back to bed. Yeah, got a couple hours sleep, woke up in pain again, and then I woke up in the morning and said, I'm gonna do market, and that's why I mean wrecking it. And it's like, what was what was I thinking? But it was like, despite waking up at midnight, like when I was out doing my stretches, about 5, 6 in the morning, I go with how I feel. And it was like my brain was telling me I was okay, even though I wasn't okay at all. Um, obviously, and I obviously didn't have a normal workout when you wake up in that much pain. I mean, I do that workout every single morning. Same movements, many of the same movements, not all, because that's why I'm different than anybody else. But I've been doing this so long, I probably do 50, 100 of the same movements every day. And when you do that, you notice when something's a little stiffer than the other, right? So, anyways, yeah, it wasn't a normal workout. And that side, yeah, I'm going to go knock out market. And that's what I did. I went and knocked out freaking market. And that's what I meant by wrecking it. Um, up all night in pain, brain tricking me and telling me if I wanted something so bad to be out of that pain and to be normal like everybody else and go live a normal day. Almost, and like I could have, like, been my brain didn't even go there, thankfully. But the old days, they used to do these things. I didn't know better. Take a couple pain pills and go do the day. And yeah, you come home and you're wrecked even worse. You have no pain pills, you know. So like right now, I just took a pain medication, and then because I didn't take any all day, um, and it's for me now. It's medication is completely different. The opiates have been affecting me completely different. I've been throwing them up. They don't stay down. Um, they don't you know they're effective on the pain, but they don't take it away. So they're not like effective on the pain. And then they're causing me nausea. They're causing me dizziness, weakness, all the things that the spinal stuff does to me. So it's almost like when I take it for spinal pain, it makes my spinal stuff worse. But I got to take it for pain because I throw up and I can't get up when I don't have it. So it's a very interesting conundrum. And one that people have to live in a lot. The last thing I'll throw in there, market. There was also a veterans art project, and a veterans art project. No, it was put on a veterans art that does. That's obviously mental health, but behavioral health was there, and the VA was there. So, as behavioral health advisory board, and I am their lead only veteran and lead outreach. I made contact with both of those. Neither one knew about each other, and they had booths next to each other, so I at least connected that much. Um, so yeah, in that job, in that position, I've only had it a week, 2 weeks max. I haven't actually done anything, and I want to do weekly things. And I'm outreach, so I'm supposed to go to all the behavioral health facilities in the county and give my opinion, and that's what I'm going to do. But I have particular focuses, veterans, of course, and they happen to be there today. So it was a great day to wreck it and be there and make those connections. And I hope those people remember me because, and I hope I remember them. But in my new position, I'm meeting so many new people that I can't remember them all. And like the VA guys, I mean, they let me down. They haven't helped me with my claim in the past. And it's like when I approached them, that's the first thing I said to them was I didn't even go to my business about behavioral health. You guys never done nothing for me. We can't even get on. I can't even get off the blocks with you. So the guy, he sort of, yeah, come on down and we'll work it out. And then I moved on to my next question was, what's going on here with it? Well, I don't know. We don't know those guys. Well, it's like you got to know those guys, and then you want to know me. And so basically that's what I did was notify a few people who I was, that I was there, that I was available, and that I was going to come back, and that I did expect them to outreach to me. Because when you do outreach, it's got to work both ways. I mean, if I make a phone call to somebody, I expect them to call me back, or you know what I mean? That's how business is done. And when I'm doing government business, which is what I'm doing, I expect that call back. And then if I'm doing government business where they're getting government grant funds, which is what we do at the county level, is administer state and federal grant funds. Although everything down there is state and federal funded, so yeah, you need to be aware of who's on that advisory board, because like I explained to somebody today, and the tail end of the very last of the last is that one person in this county decides where tens of millions of dollars go, behavioral health money. One person, and almost nobody knows that. And so all of those programs are signed off by this one person. She's only had a job for 2 years. She's a great lady. And we're going to do great things, I hope. And they're already doing great things down at the county, because I approached her a year ago about doing massage and movement down at the county. She was down for it. I'm the one that didn't follow through. So the other things have just been coming along. So anyways, yes, that is where I position myself. And the thing about all those tens of millions of dollars, I've been thinking about this, is that society throws that money at mental health and homeless, and they expect it to be cured, and it's not cured. And the way I've been seeing it is, it's like total overkill by tens of millions of dollars, because there are certain gaps in the care from the street level up that I distinctly see that no one else sees, and they know that I'm coming in with those things on my mind. And so first I have to go in to learn their system and go around and find out who's who, and at the same time explain to them from my position what I've seen and where the gaps are. And even today, as I was expressing some of my ideas of how that should be taken care of, people at the mental health booth were like, yeah, yeah. Like, and I'm like, they've been doing this in San Francisco for a long time. And see, that's the thing. As I travel and other people don't travel, especially up in Mendo, they're in their little silo. And so, yeah, I travel. And then when I travel, I don't travel like other people. I thought about it. Other people don't see the things I see. They don't travel the way I travel. I travel halfway looking homeless. And so that puts me in a whole different category. I see the world completely different from a different place than everybody else. And it's the first time in my life where, well, that it's paying off in a nice way rather than a just save my life way. Because I have always used it all my life to look down the street and know exactly who's who. That's one of the first things I learned, because when I came out of boot camp, that's one of the first things that happened to me was I went down to get my tattoo, San Diego, and when I stepped down there on Broadway and bought my bottle of whiskey, everybody down there, every hustler on Broadway had me pegged. And I don't remember if I got, yeah, I think I got, that was the first robbery attempt, was that first night. Was because I got robbed many times on the streets in every kind of way. And I used to say I was the stupidest guy in the world because I got robbed every which way twice. And, it's like after you've seen it twice, then it's old school, and then you know what to do. And so it's like, first time you have a knife pulled on you, you're scared. Second time you have a knife pulled on you, you get pissed off. Third time you have a knife pulled on you, you take that son of a bitch away, right? Same thing with a gun, pretty much. With any weapon. And then, you just get to a point where you see it before it's even coming out. It's like you're already moving on it. So, anyways, yeah. Nice to have that life knowledge work for other people and work in a nice way instead of just a survival way. And for whatever reason, I survived this far to wreak damage upon myself and hopefully upon no one else, because I'm really freaking good at causing pain and suffering. And hopefully that's going to translate every time I touch somebody when I want to take pain out of them. It just comes right the fuck out of them, because I do not play with pain or evil anymore. So, yeah, it was just like this morning. And I walked out there and I was doing my stretching. I walked out and I was just mumbling, and I really meant it. Do not fuck with me. There not be nobody out here wanting games, because I am fucking ready this morning. I don't walk out that way most mornings. But, and I woke up in pain, and that's how I walked out. But most mornings I walk out in pain, and I'm like, I'm grumpy, but I'm not like, I'm mostly like stiff, and I'm like, I hope nobody fucks with me because I'm stiff, But this morning I was just so fucking stiff. I'm like, anything makes me move quick, it's gonna pay. Peace out. Oh man, I love life.